Hello, Internet, and welcome to a special edition of the DNA Sports Recap for the Utah Hockey DNA.
That's a new one, man.
That is a new one.
That's a new one. Welcome to the channel for anybody that's watching.
We are here at the FanFest event where we just heard that they are currently at max capacity for the event. It's about to start in 20 minutes where they introduce everybody.
Absolutely crazy, man.
It's been nuts.
I knew it would be full.
Nuts.
I knew Utah would show up. I didn't think they were going to show up and fill up all of the Delta Center, and not to mention there's still a couple thousand people standing outside waiting to just watch the show.
Absolutely. It's great. We got live music. We got face painters. We have photo booth. We have free J-Dogs. So we didn't get a chance to take care of that. So
yeah,
after we wrap this up, we're going to go grab
ourselves a J-Dog.
Grab ourselves a J-Dog for sure. Okay, so we do know, let's go ahead and do a couple updates that we've had in the news as far as this team is concerned. The SCG Entertainment Group has submitted 5 names for copyright. Let me go through those for you real quick.
Absolutely.
You give me a pass-fail as we go. Okay. Utah Blizzard.
Pass.
Okay. Utah Venom.
Fail.
Utah Fury.
Pass.
Utah HC.
Pass. That one's kind of rough for me.
Now, we do know that currently there is over 27,000 deposits for season tickets.
Which means it is going to be sold out.
Which means it's going to be sold out, absolutely. It's good that Utah fans that came out here to support this hockey team, this new franchise brought to Utah. We've talked about it several times on this show. Check out our previous videos to see some of the content we've released on that. Give us your, what is your expectation for this team year one?
I mean, I think we need to definitely curb some expectations, right? I think, and that's mostly just for the reason of these players are switching their whole life, right? They've been in Arizona, some of them for all of their careers, some of them for just some of their careers. But the fact is they had to pick up all of their lives, move it, take it to a new place. They got to get into Salt Lake City, get settled in, enjoy this fantastic new fan base that they got.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good idea to temper expectations. I'm going bullish. I'm saying that they are going to make the Stanley Cup playoffs first year out the gates.
Dude, that would be awesome.
I think they got enough young talent and enough good draft prospects to really put them in a position to do so. So definitely have the possibility to do so. When it comes to that, though, if you had to pick a name that wasn't on the list, what would you pick?
I don't know. I like Utah Raptors, man.
I like it.
I do. I like Utah Raptors a lot.
Yeah, I really like the Golden Eagles, but because of the Golden Knights just in Vegas, that would make an issue.
Too many Golden teams, right?
Too many Golden teams. Man. There's also the flip side of it with the number one name that most people are talking about is the Utah Blizzard. Right across the other side of the mountains, you have Colorado Avalanche. So you're running into that same problem. You have the Avalanche and you have
a Blizzard. So many snow-themed events going on in hockey.
However, I do like the idea of the team being called Blizzard and the mascot being named Yeti.
I do.
So that's another team that's been floated out there quite a bit. What do we need to understand from this team? This comes directly from PHNX Sports on YouTube. They follow all teams in sports in Arizona. We're going to go ahead and link to their channel down below, so make sure you give them a shout out. They did give me a lot of background information on this. I was live in their chat for a couple days. Great people down there. And they did just recently do an episode where they were explaining to Utah fans what they're getting with this team. So
awesome. Very
classy for you guys. So the first 5 years, 4 out of the first 5 years that they were in the league, they were in the first round of the playoffs. They made it to the Western Conference playoffs in 2012. They're currently in a rebuild coming into Utah. They have a lot of young talent with a lot of good draft capital going forward. This is very similar to the draft luck of another pro team here in Utah, where they have never gotten a number 1 or number 2 overall pick. And their highest draft pick, their most touted, was number 3 that they got. They also have 20% odds of moving up in the draft. They have never in Yotes history actually moved up in the draft. Does that sound familiar at all to you?
That sounds exactly like the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously Arizona fans and now Utah fans, we're definitely familiar with that type of...
We're feeling your pain.
We're definitely familiar with that kind of thing there for sure. This is also, the Utah Jazz are also a team that made it to the Western Conference Finals, but also ran into a team in LA, which stopped them from getting to the finals, which happened to us during the Williams and Boozer era. So.
Yeah, those were some fun seasons to watch, but rough because you felt like you were talented enough to get there.
Absolutely, but good news. We are here in Salt Lake City with the hockey team. First year out the gates. We're going to have a lot of great young talent to follow. We have great draft picks going forward. And a lot to look forward to here in Utah.
Absolutely. Right. Stay tuned.
Darren Shepard with Utah Hockey DNA. I am here with Mike. Mike, you're here at the inaugural FanFest of the Utah hockey team.
Yeah.
Name pending, obviously.
Yeah.
So tell everybody who you are, what you folks do. You guys have an Instagram that you're following this team with?
Yeah, I'm just a local hockey fan. I'm actually not originally from Utah, so I'm a Detroit Red Wings fan from birth, but this will definitely be my West Coast team. We have a page called NHL Utah, and we're just covering all things NHL Utah. Super excited to have the league here. And we'll be rooting for this team with everything we have. So excited for it.
So when you heard the news that Utah was getting a professional hockey team, that the Yotes were coming to Salt Lake City, to Utah. What were your thoughts?
Honestly, I have a lot of friends in Arizona, so I was bummed for them,
right.
But really, really hyped for us. I mean, there's been talks about Ryan Smith bringing this team to Utah for a long time, at least for the last probably year or so, and he's wanted an NHL franchise for a while. So just ecstatic that it happened as quick as it did. Bummed about the way that it happened in some ways for the people down in Arizona, and for the players, obviously it's hard to move, but
for sure,
like we get the chance to do something to be a part of something that people don't get to be a part of that often, and that's a new team in the NHL.
What are your expectations for the first year out of the gate for the Utah Hockey Club?
I'm saying we already.
I like it.
We have a lot of young talent. So obviously, like Clayton Keller's only 25 years old. He's a 70-point getter, and Matthias Michelli. We've got a lot of good forwards. Logan Cooley's. We have a full pool of players. I think that Ryan Smith has been gifted an opportunity to be competitive in year one.
Absolutely.
Without doing an expansion draft, which is how it normally happens. So he needs to be held accountable for how this team does.
Ooh.
I expect in the West Coast for us to compete to get in the playoffs. Maybe not make the playoffs, but we need to be competing to get into the playoffs. And Ryan Smith's a super likable guy. I hope he can convince some more young talent to come to Utah. And this seems like an awesome place to play hockey. So
awesome. Naming the team, right? Yeah. We have 4 names that the SCG group put in for a trademark. We have the Utah Blizzard, the Utah Venom, Utah Fury, Utah HC, and the Utah Hockey Club. Which one out of those 5 is your pick?
Honestly, keep it the Utah Hockey Club if those are going to be the options.
Yeah, those are the trademarks.
I'm a Utah Raptors guy. The Utah Raptors are a real dinosaur. It's the biggest raptor. It's ferocious. It's only found in Utah with its fossils.
Are you concerned at all with the Delta Centers having obstructed views for the first season?
No. I mean, I think for the players specifically, they don't want to be playing in front of 5,000 fans. They did that in college. They did that in the minor leagues. Here, they're going to be playing at least in front of 16,000 fans. I know we already have 30,000 deposits put down for season tickets. I'm one of those people.
Very nice.
I hope to be able to get in the stadium for some games. I don't think it'll matter. I think the vibes will be high, and Ryan Smith has already said he's going to make it NHL friendly, and it's going to be awesome either way. So
awesome. I love it.
The players are going to like playing in front of 17,000 fans instead of 5. So
absolutely, 100% agree. Once again, folks, this is Mike. Go ahead and tell them what your Instagram channel is.
Find me at NHL Utah. I guess I should have been introducing myself as Wolfie. That's technically my hockey name, and Mike Wolf. So yeah, that's it.
Wolfie on Instagram. We'll get his link. We'll throw it in the description for you. Go check him out. Thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
Hey everyone, it's AJ. I'm here with DNA Sports Recap. I'm here with
Anthony
and
James.
Anthony, James, how you guys feeling about the NHL coming to Utah?
Wildly excited.
Wildly.
Yes, I'm excited too.
I love it. What's your guys' choice? Obviously, the big thing is the name. What's your guys' picks for the name?
Right now, from what I've seen with the polls, I would say the Yetis.
Yetis?
Yeah, Yeti.
I'm personally a big fan. I like the Raptors. I think the Raptors is a pretty sweet name. It kind of plays into the Utah heritage.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool idea. What's your guys' expectations for this upcoming hockey season?
Sell out every game.
Sell everyone, huh?
Yeah.
Is that the big difference you guys think could be the difference for like this Coyotes team coming in from Arizona? Is that enough to kind of juice these guys up and get them up to the next level?
I think so. I think the question that I would have asked them is when they lost the desire to be a Stanley Cup team in Arizona and why it's going to be different here.
Yeah.
And I think today is the reason why.
Absolutely. I mean, Utah always shows out, right? All of our pro sports teams, all of our college sports teams, we sell them all out. Have you guys traveled anywhere, gone into any other like NHL markets or
Toronto?
Beautiful.
I hope it's the same. It's pretty crazy. So if they can beat that energy,
yeah,
I look forward to it.
Dude, that's awesome. Thanks again, guys. This has been the DNA Sports Recap. Appreciate you guys.
We are here with Mackenzie. So Mackenzie, as we're here at the Fan Fest for the Utah HC or the Utah Hockey Club, yet to be named,
yes.
I see you're obviously a fan of the Colorado Avalanche. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So with that said, are you guys from Utah?
Yes.
And you're just fans of the Avalanche? Okay.
Born and raised in Utah.
And been fans of Colorado?
For 19 years.
Very nice.
I have.
Nice. Okay. Perfect. So what do you think about the festivities here so far?
It's actually really good. We've gone to a few of the Frozen Fury games here, and they were absolutely amazing. So I know that we can handle having an NHL team here.
Perfect. With that said, on the Frozen Fury, main question among the national media about the fact that we have obstructed seats. You think that's going to be an issue?
I mean, we're not rich people, so our seats weren't like down low. We were pretty high up, and we didn't have a problem with the view or anything.
Very nice. What are your expectations of this team going forward to year one?
I mean, I can't say much about Arizona, but hopefully we draft some good players, and the next season is really good for them.
Very good. Very good. What about, do you think there's going to be a potential competition between us and here in Utah and the Avalanche? Do you think there's going to be like a cross-mountain rivalry?
That's something I'm worried about, because I'm like, what team do I pick? The Avs have some of the best players right now. Like McKinnon and McCarr are beating so many goals that not a lot of hockey players have been able to beat. So they will be a tough competition, but I'd love to see like what we do and how we excel and what players we get to beat them.
Fantastic. Last question I have for you: if you had a choice to pick the name, what would the team name be?
I like Blizzard. I know a lot of people are leaning towards Yeti, but I really like Blizzard, maybe because I'm an Avalanche fan and they go like really good together. You got the Z's, Jazz, Blizzard. So
yeah, I think it's a good combination because again, it will kind of build in that rivalry on both sides of the mountains. You got the Avalanche, you got the Blizzard. Maybe they can name the mascot a Yeti.
Yes, see, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Well, once again, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Utah Hockey DNA. I'm here with
Aiden.
Sorry,
I'm Aiden.
Tex.
First question is, what are you guys thinking for the name for this Utah hockey team?
I've seen like Yetis is a good one.
I like the Stormin' Mormons. I think that's my favorite.
Yes.
I think that's my favorite.
I've seen some like Instagram comments saying like the Cutthroats.
Ooh, Cutthroats is a good one.
I like the
haven't heard that
Blizzard.
one.
Blizzard. It's like
Blizzard's
that's
not
a
bad
cool
either.
one.
I like Blizzard, and kind of cool with the Z's on the Blizzard and the Z's with the Jazz. Next question: what are your guys' expectations? Are you guys hockey fans? What's your expectations for this first season?
So I'm a huge hockey fan. I'm a big Bruins fan right now.
Okay.
So I'd be excited to watch the Bruins come here. But I think Arizona's got a good future, or they had a good future. So the team does. So like now that team's now in Utah, I feel like give them a couple years, like they'll be contenders.
Excellent.
I'm not the biggest hockey fan. Just coming from Texas, it's not that big. So
Yeah.
But my mom's from Dallas, so I definitely support the Stars, showing love. I honestly think they'll do good the first season. Like, I have high expectations. I always love coming to the Delta Center.
Yeah.
It's always a great, atmosphere and everything. And so, I honestly think it's going to be a good season. I think the team will show much love to the community and everything. I think it'll be a great season.
You're not a hockey fan. You're kind of a hockey fan. Are you going to root for this team now that you're here in Salt Lake?
I would definitely support them, but Bruins first.
Bruins
and then
first.
Number two, I'd say
Salt
definitely
Lake second.
whatever
Okay,
the
what
team's
about you?
gonna
This will be my team. This is going to be my team. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Rep the gear, everything. Huh?
Exactly, man.
Excellent. That's all I got for you guys. I appreciate it. Tune in.
See you, boys.
Thanks, guys,
Thank
again.
you.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Utah Hockey DNA with the DNA Sports Recap Network. My name is Darren, and I'm here with
Tommy.
And Dan.
with the 5 names that we know have been trademarked. We got the Blizzard, Fury, Venom, and Utah Hockey Club and Hockey HC. Which one do you think is more likely to get the name?
Personally, I heard that they trademarked a couple of more names. That might be just rumor. I don't know if that's for sure. I thought that they went ahead and trademarked the Utah Yetis as well as a possible name, and maybe one or two others. The Utah Rattlers maybe as well. I personally hope that they're called the Utah Yetis. I think that is a sweet name. Rolls off the tongue perfectly.
I like it.
I mean, but honestly, any of the name schemes are pretty cool. The Blizzard is nice too. What do you think, Tom?
I think it's either going to be like the Blizzard or the Hockey Club, honestly. I think that's a pretty sick name.
Yeah, Utah HC kind of just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, I like
It really does. What are you guys expecting for this team year one at the gates?
Oh, I'm expecting a lot of fans here, and I'm expecting a good year. Lots of hockey, lots of fights, lots of slap shots and goals. Yeah, I'm hoping for a good season this year.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm definitely the Arizona Coyotes. They were doing amazing at the beginning of the year. They were breaking all sorts of expectations. If we can bring that same energy and apply it to this big, beautiful 12,000 capacity currently stadium, until it
Exactly.
expands in 2 years. We'll see. And we're going to get rowdy. It's going to be awesome in here. The atmosphere is going to be unlike anything these players have seen in their careers up to this point. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, with $900 million, hopefully you can get some good renovations,
Absolutely.
for sure. For sure. Okay, so with that said, do you guys currently have a favorite hockey team?
Oh, yes. Vancouver Canucks. Let's go Nucks,
Canucks?
baby.
Go Canucks, go!
Woo! So is there room in your heart for the Utah Hockey Club with your current?
Oh, 100%. It'll be our number 2,
Awesome.
because we live here. But
That's right.
we're Canucks fans at heart. So.
That's right. Go Canucks, go.
Very good. Once again, gentlemen, I really appreciate that for your time.
Welcome to the DNA Sports Recap. My name is AJ. This is
Gary.
Gary, what do you think of this environment here?
I'll tell you, I've lived in Detroit my whole life, and then we moved to Phoenix, and those were both great. Detroit always, but this is awesome. If the Utah does it the way they're doing it right now, it's probably going to be one of the best venues around. And you know what? It's not in the desert.
Thank you.
You betcha.
Right? We got mountains. Okay, one more question.
We have snow.
What's your pick for Utah to name this team?
And let's go with the Blizzard.
Blizzard?
Yeah.
I personally am a big fan of the Blizzard. I'm a huge
Yeah.
Jazz fan myself, right?
And plus,
So-
Yetis are from Mongolia, man.
Yeah,
Come on, really?
I'm not sure I get the Yetis.
That
right?
makes sense, right?
That's everyone's number one pick.
Exactly.
Every avenue we've done.
Exactly.
Hey, man, I really appreciate
No
you coming.
problem.
Thank you very much.